Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Teresa. As many of you know, I have created this channel to help raise awareness for addiction, as well as share my daughter's story, her battle and her loss to addiction, and our family's life after loss. This beautiful girl right here is my daughter Heidi, and these are her two beautiful children. In my last video, I left off with my daughter getting into her own apartment. I wanted to continue on with that. After Heidi finally got into her own apartment in the sober living community, she loved it. She did amazing. Her and her children and her rebuilt their relationship. And she finally had her own place, and she was so excited about it. It was perfect for her. She was surrounded by other people that went through similar situations as her, and she was just so happy that she finally had done it and had finally gotten into her own place. I was so proud of everything that she had accomplished through her recovery. And after she moved in, we eventually had a family reunion with my mother from California, as well as my in-laws from Mexico, and my children. All of my children were together. So this was huge, and it was amazing to have everyone together. My daughter had never met my in-laws, and she was so excited to meet my husband's parents and spend time with her Nana, which was one of her favorite people. She had a great relationship with my mom. They would tease each other and joke around and stuff, but she loved her Nana so much. When everybody came for the family reunion, we had an amazing time with the family. We ended up doing family pictures, which we hadn't ever done, with both of my husband's parents and my mom and all our children and grandchildren. So everything just turned out amazing. Everything was awesome. It could not have been any more of a beautiful miracle getting everybody together. After that, we had planned a 4th of July party at our house, and my daughter had to get permission to go twice a month to stay at somebody else's home, and so she was getting permission, and we had already planned to have a barbecue and everything on the 4th of July and let off fireworks. So we were super excited about that. On the Saturday before the 4th of July, she had called me and asked me if I would go over her house and spend the day with her. And normally I had a lot of things to do, but for some reason that day I didn't even hesitate. I just wanted to be with my daughter and spend time with her. So we went over to her house, my husband and I, and we went and visited her and my grandchildren and just spent the day with them. The surroundings were quite hectic, and she had a lot of people kind of in and out, kids in and out, and it was just, the feeling was different with her. She was just off, and usually when I had in my gut that something wasn't right, I would just give her a look. She always called it the look, and she knew that I was concerned. I had done that because I just felt like she wasn't acting like she normally would. And she kept telling me, I'm fine. I'm just tired. I'm pregnant, so I'm not feeling well. Or, you know, I'm okay. And I chalked it up to, you know, that just being her, because she was so energetic all the time and full of energy, and sometimes she would get easily distracted or lose things, but I hadn't seen that in a while until this day. She was misplacing things left and right, or she was kind of all over the place, and her attention span was not as it normally is. So eventually my husband and I decided we were going to go home because it was getting later, and she just had so much company throughout the day between kids and other girls from the community. So we decided to leave. The next day, she called me and texted me and asked me if she could bring her friend over with her for the 4th of July barbecue, if she could come with her and spend the night, and I, of course, accepted. And then we went about our day. My husband and I went to Salt Lake and spent the day there. But on the way home, I had this intense sadness and began thinking about how I felt when I found out my sister had passed away. And I couldn't shake the feeling. Normally, when I think about my sister, I'll think about her and then kind of move on after a while, but this was ongoing from my trip to Salt Lake all the way to my home, which was about 45 minutes. So we got home, and about 11 o'clock I went to bed. And about 1 o'clock, my husband and I were awoken from our dogs barking a lot. So I kind of nudged my husband and asked him, what's wrong with the dogs? So he got up and went to go check, and as he went to go check, I felt like there was something wrong. Like there was a police officer at my door. I had that feeling that I used to feel when my daughter was in her active addiction and would be gone and would get arrested or something would happen. I had that feeling. I then got up because I felt like I needed to go downstairs. And as I got up to walk out, my husband walked in to tell me that there was a police officer there. And he wanted to talk to me. So I walked downstairs, and I honestly don't remember everything. But I think he asked if I was Heidi's mom. And he said he wanted to talk to me about my daughter. My initial reaction was, what did she do? And he said, can I come in? And it still wasn't clicking. I'm like, what's wrong? And he asked me again, can I come in and talk to you for a moment? So I let him in, and he told me to sit down. From the look on his face, I knew something was wrong. point, he told me that my daughter passed away. Sorry. He said that I needed to go pick up my grandkids. I didn't believe him. My husband was broken, but I didn't believe him. I kept saying no. I just saw her, I just talked to her. She died from a drug overdose. My grandkids are the ones that found her. That was the night that my life changed forever. She was my best friend, and she was my only daughter, and she was the mother to my grandchildren, and the sister to my boys. She was a granddaughter, an aunt, a cousin, a friend, a daughter, a mom. My daughter and my unborn grandson both passed away on July 1st, 2018 to an accidental drug overdose. And today I am fighting to raise awareness to help others. Please join me tomorrow as I continue my daughter's story of addiction and our family story of life after loss. Thank you so much.